Hey guys, so we're back with another video. This time we'll be talking about some minor predictions that I've been working on. So we know that the chapter of Boruto just came out, chapter 70, and we have more questions than answers still. So remember I did two videos a couple of months back about the Seirin gun, and as well as the prediction that Ada and Damien are still, I'm still calling it that they're part of the Otsutsuki lineage. Now another thing I wanted to bring up is that you know how they were predicting how the weakness between Damien's technique, where he could literally instantly reflect anything that you throw at him, so long the thing doesn't be a threat, then it's not gonna be reflect enough. So we know that, and Itachi's word, I quote, every jutsu has a weakness. So back in the Sage of Six Path days, we know that he had like the treasure tools, and how, you know, Tenten as well as the Hit and Cloud Village had the different treasure tools, right? And we know that each tool represents something. The Baisho set, the 5 dance fan, which has all 5 chakra element, the Kajuho Hohei, which could seal the ability. So another thing I wanted to bring up is the Gunbad, which is the Uchiha fan. Now that is a Uchiha heirloom who is held by Madara Uchiha. Now this fan, knowing that after the Great Naruto War, we knew that some of the equipments either were put in stores, or they were stored away by the Hidden Leaf or any of the 5 villages. So Madara's fan has one of the most powerful technique, which can very confront chakra or anything that could reflect the opponent back to them. So it's very similar to what Damien's technique is. So I think you guys understand where I'm going with this. So what if Sasuke Uchiha has one of the fan in his arsenal as a weapon? In order for Damien to attack but could be hit with his own attack, maybe Sasuke can use the fan to reflect each time he's about to attack Damien. So in a weird way, like, he exhausts him at a point where every time he uses the technique, because his technique will tend to be much stronger, he could reflect it. We saw that happen in the original Naruto as well as the Shippuden, where Madara literally reflects the technique that Naruto did on him, and eventually, you know, it reflects right back to him. What I said previously is like even the Mizukage has something very similar to that, the 4th Mizukage, where it creates like a water mirror clone. So we still have a lot of things, like I said, that hasn't fully been discussed after the Boruto chapter. So we know that Ada is still in love with Kawaki, and that there's still a Ten-Tails at the car organization base. Amado managed to you know, unleash one of the limiters of code. If you haven't read the chapter, I suggest you go check it, and you could watch the video if you know what I'm talking about. But as I continue, I realize there's some minor things that they probably need to resurface. Like for example, I don't know when we're gonna get back to Kajin Kojin, which fought with Jigen as well as Ishiki. We haven't seen him yet. So like I said again, those carved stones, I really believe that out of Ada and Damien, I believe Damien is probably the one that's leading instead of Ada, because Damien hasn't really shown us that many part of techniques of his powers. We know that Ada, anything that's not within her range with when it comes to age, she could foresee or project herself into it. And that's one of the abilities of her Seirin gun. We know that Kawaki is already heading to the lab, and we know that Kawaki has the revived karma mark without Ishiki in it. We know Boruto is still learning to like harness the ability of Momoshiki, But at the same time, the minor things that I feel that might comes to play of how, you know, Kawaki betrays the Hidden Leaf is that, you know how, like, back in when the third Hokage literally told Itachi and Danzo after slaughtering the Uchiha clan that he needs to be kind of as a road ninja and then be burdened with it. I think there's going to be something very similar to that, and that's what's going to be the downfall of the relationship between Naruto and Kawaki, because Naruto will probably put the village ahead of Kawaki at all costs, even though he treats him like a son. And I think that's what's going to change the chemistry between them two. You know, it's like, I'm your son, but you will put me ahead of the village. Like, Boruto might understand, but I don't, because Kawaki's not the biological son of Naruto, he would not understand that feeling. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that's going to be answered, and we already feel as if Code might be the next in line to trying to obtain the Otsutsuki God power. And I believe Amado is behind a lot of shady stuff, and the most shadiest of them all stuff is that he pretends to be surprised, but at the same time I think he probably knows Damien more than Ada. And I think the reason why they probably need either Boruto or Kawaki is, I think Amado gave Kawaki that karma mark, it probably because he made a deal with the person that's the Tentail that's in the base, and that Tentail might be an Otsutsuki that's even more powerful than Ishiki, because even when Ishiki was coming to see the Tentails to take some chakra, it was normally just to take chakra from him, nothing more. Nothing more, like I said, because each time that Jigen or Ishiki came to at the base when Sasuke was observing what was going on at the Kara organization base, he was normally just taking the chakra of that Tentails. And the way he was explaining to him is like he regret what happened to that Tentails, or whoever that Otsutsuki was that turned into that Tentails, and now he's using him as like a chakra source to amplify or to heal his wounds. And I think that's gonna play a factor into it as well. Whoever that and then why you think they even said that, you know, either Kawaki or Boruto has to be fed to that Tentail. I'm getting the Attack on Titan theory, where, you know how in order for a person to become a new Titan shifter, that person has to eat the person that was the previous Titan shifter in order for them to become the new, you know, Titan shifter. So I'm getting the same vibe as well. Like, in order for that Otsutsuki to come back to its original form, it must absorb someone that already had a possession of karma, and at the same time must be 100% Otsutsuki. And that's why they trying to feed that Tentails to Boruto and Kawaki. So, like I said, if you guys like the theory, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.